Welcome back to the sunny Algarve, where Mikko Hirvonen leads on day one of Rally Portugal. Before we see the last two stages, here's a review of what's been happening down the leaderboard. Matt Wilson is looking to maintain his 100% scoring record this season and is currently in 6th. A fine drive and no mistakes for the Stobart Ford man so far. Behind Wilson, there is an interesting battle developing for 7th between two of the Citroën Junior drivers. Young Russian sensation Evgeny Novikov has been holding the position for much of the morning. On stage 5, though, his teammate and reigning junior world champion Sébastien Ogier set an impressive third fastest time to move past Evgeny. Rally leader after yesterday's super special, Henning Solberg has had a quiet day since losing time in the morning loop with brake problems. The Norwegian is running in 9th going into stage 6. Back for his second event of the year is Henning's compatriot Mads Osberg. Running in a privately entered Subaru Impreza, he's a minute behind Solberg in 10th. We've already seen Conrad Rautenbach's frustrating start to the rally, so he's been understandably cautious today and is currently sitting in 11th. Federico Villagra has taken his time to get up to speed on his debut at this tricky event. He's running in 12th, but is involved in a fight for position with fellow Ford driver Khalid Al-Qasimi. The Emirati driver is also on his first visit to Portugal. Khalid's just been passed by Villagra, but lies just 13 seconds behind him in 13th. Back to the leaders then as they move on to stages 6 and 7, the final two of day one, and plenty to be decided with just 21.5 seconds separating the top 4. There's been no leading from the word go in Portugal for Sebastian Loeb. Road position has not helped, but he's also shown how tricky these roads are with his early error too. Beginning stage 6, 21.5 seconds behind the rally leader. He has a tough task ahead to get back on terms. So having built up a reasonably healthy lead, will Mikko Hirvonen be happy to stay there? Or as we've seen over the last year or so, will he drop back to ensure a better road position for the next day? There's no sign of backing off from the Finn though, and it's Mikko that ends the day as the rally leader. Danny Sordo's also put in a fine display today. He may have lost the lead this afternoon, but another fastest time on stage 6 proves he's clearly not given up his pursuit of Hirvonen. He ends the day just 15 seconds behind the leader. So just Marcus Grönholm remains of the top 4 runners now. He comes into the day's final stage with his runner-up spot intact, but only 3.5 seconds ahead of Danny Sordo. Approaching the flying finish now, and he's suddenly a lot slower here. There doesn't appear to be anything obvious wrong with the car, and Rautiainen is clearly keen to slow down. So Marcus employing tactics here. He is back up to speed in the flying finish, but is a lot slower than Sordo and slips behind the Spaniard. He's also dropped behind Loeb into 4th. Peter Solberg finishes the day strongly with the second fastest time on stage 7 and ends the day in 5th place. Still just about within touching distance of the early leaders.
Tightens. Just by right bus. 6 left, half long, 20.
And there has been one more change of position on the final pair of stages, with Sébastien Ogier continuing his fine run, moving past Matt Wilson for 6th on stage 6. Loeb finished today with another fastest time and lies 3rd, 18 seconds behind the rally leader. Sordo is just ahead of his teammate, with Grönholm now 4th, just under 6 seconds behind Loeb, after being given 2 seconds back by the stewards for his problems at the start of stage 4. It's his antics at the end of 7 though that are the talking point at service.
Marcus, tell me what happened at the end of stage 7.
No, we had a little bit problems on the stage, few different things. We overtook Khalid in the dust there, and then something with the front right suspension. So, but then we slowed even down for nothing in the end to just be behind Seb, but we slowed down a little bit too much.
Why was that? Did you get your maths wrong?
No, I didn't want to be first on the road, so now we are 4th, but a little bit too far now.
Mikko, how hard is it going to be for you being first on the road tomorrow?
I think it's going to be very, very hard, but I think today the difference wasn't so massive than we thought, so we'll see if this 18 seconds or 15 seconds, if it's going to be enough.
It's been a memorable day's rallying today, and make sure you join us tomorrow for the Day 2 highlights from the Rally de Portugal. Until then, you can keep up to date with all the news and results on WRC.com.